Alright guys, I'm back. Okay, this is the last attempt. I tried streams over and over and over, it's not working, so if anything, you guys can come back and watch this later. But today I wanted to talk about Neville Goddard. You know, Neville Goddard, he's a great user of the imagination, you know, and that's what I wanted to talk about today. Fighting your existing reality, because many times we try to force things to happen, and when we fight against our current reality, it actually makes things worse. So that being said, that's what I really want to dive into. I'm gonna wait a little bit if people decide to join, but if not, I'll continue. I don't think people got notifications for this stream, but yeah, I'm sure I'm sure some of you know Neville Goddard. I really love his work. It's amazing, and I've been applying it, and I'm starting to see small changes as I'm doing it. Nothing huge, nothing big yet, you know, but I'm seeing small changes as I'm doing it, like doing these things, like his techniques and stuff. Well, he doesn't even have a technique. All his technique is just imagination. But I wanted to read you this quote because this quote will really resonate with a lot of people. Like, it's deep. It's deep. Let me see. It's from Buckminster Fuller. I think I said his name right. Let me click another one. Buckminster Fuller. That's his name. And a lot of teachers share this, like they share this type of information. He says, you never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Now, that's really powerful, like that's deep, because like I said, we try to fight the existing reality. We try to force things to happen all the time, but it doesn't really work, you know? So I feel like this can help a lot of people out. And that's why I wanted to do this stream for you guys, so like you guys can get an understanding like of how you should move along doing things. But that's how Neville really mentions it. That's how he talks about it. He says, like, imagine a wish fulfilled. Act like you have it already. Just act as if. And if you do that, you will start to see changes. You will start to see results, the things that you really want. But it takes time too. It's a process. It's not something that just comes easy, you know? And I know Abraham Hicks, she uses this as well. But one thing I want to mention is that I'm not an advocate for like not doing anything, but I do feel like it's a good idea to first picture in your mind, like, what is it that you really want? Then go with the flow from there. There's two types of people. You have the person that force things all the time to happen and it's always going against them, and you have the other person that goes with the flow, and they don't always try to force things to happen. They let things flow how it's supposed to. So you want to be, I feel like it's better to be that person, the person that goes with the flow and let things flow how it's supposed to flow. And yeah, that's how Neville did it. But as I said, I'm still in the process of doing it. I was never consistent with my imagination, visualization. I've been consistent lately with it, but not to the point like, not how Neville does it. That's like his job. Like, that's all he does. Imagine over and over, or he imagines already the thing that he wants, then some way, somehow, he's in a position to get it. So that's what I really want to share. But yeah, if you want to look at that quote, it's his name is Book. I don't know. I keep saying his name wrong. Buckminster Fuller. Yes. You never change things by fighting existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. And I'm guessing he's saying stop forcing things to happen and stop trying to fight against your current situation, because it's not gonna work. It's gonna drain you and it's not gonna take you anywhere. So that's that. And and people usually question, like, how do you how do you really imagine, like, how do you use your imagination? Well, the key from what I've studied from Neville is, like, you gotta look at the end. Just see you having your results, and don't worry about how or the middle. That's not your job. Your job is supposed to focus on the result of you having it, and then from there things will work out. I'm sorry if I'm a little quiet. It's just I'm in my living room and there's people I have, like, it's kind of late, but imagine you have it already, the ending. Don't worry, don't visualize, oh, how am I gonna get it, or these steps to get it, because that really doesn't matter. It doesn't. So you don't gotta worry about that. And there was another quote that was saying how basically Neville was saying your reality is a mirror. It's a mirror. So people really try to change the mirror, but they're not really changing what they really have to change, which is themselves. They're trying to change themselves from the mirror, if that makes sense. You see yourself on the mirror and you try to change the mirror, but you're not really changing you. And that's how most people go about things, and that's not how it's supposed to work. That's not how you should be doing it in actuality, if that makes sense. So that's how I'm seeing it. If people have anything, like, they would like to add, anything they would like to say about this, I would really like to see your input. I would really like to see your perception, your perspective on this, because me personally, I like disagreements because it opens up my mind to see, like, why a person may disagree with this concept. But I feel like it really resonated with me. This concept is really powerful. Like, it really sat with me, right? And from here on out, I'm trying to apply it as best as I can. Like, I get lazy doing this, but he says this is the key. This is it, guys. But that being said, too, the challenges and all that, like the obstacles, there's no way there's no way around avoiding that. You're always gonna have to go through it. There's no way, you can't run away from it, because as I said, part of you growing is you going through challenges and going through those obstacles. That's how you should do it. Like, that's part of the way to do it. And Neville Goddard, he doesn't really mention that in his book. He doesn't really say that too much. He doesn't really explain how the obstacles, like that part, he doesn't really talk about how that's gonna be a part of the journey when you use this, your mental faculties, which is that one of them is like the imagination. You have the perception, the will, all of that type of stuff. I forgot the whole list, but imagination is the most important one. And it sucks because in school, they took this away from you. They just knocked it away. And they never talk about it. Like, they always say stop imagining things, or stop daydreaming. It's unfortunate, like, knocking people's creative gift, like the gateway of creation. You're taking that away from people. That doesn't make sense. And now I kind of see the bigger picture. I'm starting to see why they did that. And I really feel like there's a bigger purpose behind all of it. There's something bigger to it. But I want you guys to try that out. Like, really try that out. Try to see, like, instead of fighting your current reality, like trying to force things so much, try building a new model to the point your old model becomes obsolete, like Buckminster Fuller said, and I'm sure you've seen those people. I've seen those people. You have those individuals, that one person, they go with the flow all the time, man. It's like they're always with the flow and things always work out in the right time. But then you have that other person that's always trying to force things so much, and they wonder why there's so many blocks and why things are just getting worse and worse and worse. That's not how you're supposed to go about doing things. It's really doing the inner work first. But we were trained to go outside first. School taught us that. Family taught us that. You know, they just tell you go right now, go do it, get that job done, whatever. They always taught you to like do actions without thinking though. Like take action without thinking. Action is important, but they never taught you the basics, like the root, like the beginning stage, which is using the power of your mind, like picturing what you really want. That's where it starts. But they just taught you do this, do that without a vision. It's crazy. And then you go to school, they teach you the same thing. Do this, do that. In fact, they don't even teach you about your subconscious in school. They don't teach you that. They don't teach you, they knock away, like I said, they already knocked away your imagination, which is crazy. How are you gonna knock away the the only thing that separates us from the rest of the animal kingdom, the imagination? How are you gonna take that away? Then now I kind of see why people don't have a vision. They don't know where they're gonna go, what they're gonna do. And it, you know, what's even crazier is that people, we've been so like brainwashed to the point, it's like you don't even, you can't, if someone tells you like to picture what you want in your mind, if someone tells you, how about you sit down and imagine and use your imagination, they'll look at you crazy. They'll look like you're a freak or you're an idiot, like you're wasting your time. But you know, the most powerful people are those people that look, that that first believe before they see it. Not I must see it to believe it. It's I must believe first. You got to see the invisible first and know that it's gonna happen before it comes into place. And they people, society would look at you like you're insane for that. When in truth, the truth is that's actually the way you're supposed to go about doing things. And I really feel like a loner in this society. Like I feel like I can't resonate with anybody. And that's why I come on here to just express myself, like to even talk. You guys think, a lot of people think I just come here, oh, for views and checks and stuff. I've been doing videos for so long. I've been doing them so consistently. I don't even get paid off of these things. That can tell you right here and then. I do this because I have no one to really connect with this information. I gotta talk to people about basic stuff that I don't care about, like, oh, just do this, do like go to the store, buy this shirt, this that basic stuff. I have no one to talk to about like Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, Bob Proctor, Law of Attraction, all these things. I can never really talk to people. It sucks. It really sucks. And that's why I come on here to talk and like just express how I feel. Because no one, I can't resonate with anyone anymore. I just can't. Before I could, before I was really basic and I, you know, followed what everyone else believed. But ever since I separate myself from the crowd and I started finding this information, like Neville Goddard, the imagination, the gateway of creation, people look at me crazy. And I gotta come on here to express it. That's how crazy it is. Like I really have to come on here, put myself out there to find people that can resonate with me on this information. What I'm gonna tell you guys, don't be a part of the crowd. Don't do it. It's not worth it, you know. I always said to myself, I want to be different anyway. I don't want to stay with the rest of the people talking about basic stuff that everyone talks about. Why no one really talks about the imagination? Like, I know why, because we've been trained to focus on things that don't really matter, like things that's not important. This is important. Like, if you notice, like Neville, I read his book. I really read this man's book. Like his book makes so much sense. I read You Were Born Rich. I read Abraham Hicks. Which one was it? Money and the Law of Attraction. I read all these cool stuff. And then the minute you try to talk to someone about it, it's a problem. You're crazy. When that's actually, this can help you. So yeah, in school they took that away. Now your subconscious is messed up. My subconscious, I still gotta fix it. I still gotta reprogram it because it was that messed up based off what I've been brainwashed with. I'm not gonna say it's not really the family. My family's very positive oriented. They're very, I'm grateful enough. Like I'm very grateful to have like a family that was able to help me, put me in a positive state of mind. But Everything I've learned in school, like friends that weren't really my friends, I was taught everything I've learned is backwards. Everything I've learned is completely opposite than what I'm. So then when I see that truth and I try to share it, they look at me, I'm backwards. That's why I'm sharing this with you guys, because I know a lot of you that's on this channel, you guys are really open-minded. That's why I can talk to you guys about it. If that wasn't the case, I wouldn't even be here talking to you guys about it. I wouldn't even waste my time. But I noticed when I share this information, a lot of people like it, which makes me happy. A lot of people can resonate with it, which is good. This is what I want. You know, I just want people that can resonate. And I really, if you guys don't know Neville Goddard, look him up right after the stream. He's really good, I promise you. He really knows what he's talking about. Like, I feel like there's something bigger out there, that there's a bigger reason for the things out there. Aisha, what's going on? Yeah, man, like as I've been studying this, like I've been studying this over and over and over, and I gotta study this by myself. I can't, you know how badly I want to talk to someone about it, then I just can't do it because I know they're gonna look at me crazy. So what I gotta do, I gotta come on here to express how excited I am to know this information, because I know other people on here is gonna be like, damn, yeah, that's true, Vershonc, I remember that. I've been studying that too. You know how good that feels to me? Like, it makes me like, it really makes me like, wow, that I actually I see people that can resonate with this. So that being said, the best way, if you really want to fix your subconscious, the programs you have, like if you have negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, right? Meaning things that don't serve you, that makes you go against, like giving you the results you don't want. Use the imagination, because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between what's real or imagined. I'm sure people know this, but they don't do it. You really start sitting down by yourself and using your imagination. Me, as an introvert, I spend time alone a lot of times anyway to get clarity and stuff. I can't hang with too many people because it just can't work. It's not gonna work. I can't resonate. So sit by yourself, you know, throughout time to time, and picture, like feel it, and really feel like you have the thing that you want, because your subconscious will begin to change itself. Then you'll start being at the right place at the right time, moving towards that direction, etc., etc. That's sick, bro. Keep doing you, for real, for real, for real. Yeah. Yeah, use that. Like, that's the best way to reprogram yourself. Because I saw many people, they were talking about use affirmation. To me, affirmations work. Neville Goddard says it too. Like, affirmations work, but it's not as powerful as your image, the visualization, because your subconscious works with images. If you think about something long enough, you'll end up glancing, you'll see it eventually. That's crazy. Like, it's really crazy, man. Like, this is the stuff I like. And that's why I come on here. Like, I really love sharing this, man. It makes me excited. Like, people like look at me like, man, this guy whack as hell. Like, hey, man, this is what I like, and people gotta accept it. That's just me. So Neville Goddard, Andrew Carnegie, Andrew Carnegie, I like Andrew Carnegie, his information. Napoleon Hill, I know you guys know these people. Napoleon Hill, they talk about affirmations. They talk about tricking, like brainwashing yourself with success. They talk about saying things over and over and over. You know, that's what Napoleon Hill did. He was like, I'm gonna surpass Carnegie by the grandstand, something like that. And he ended up doing it. He brainwashed himself. Oh shit. Yeah, yo, I didn't think about that. How imagination is more powerful than affirmations. Well, I need to get on that again. Yeah, it is. You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, Aisha? You know what's crazy? I've been watching videos, right? The same videos over and over, because I knew I was missing something. The videos, they were saying, you can't watch this once, you're not gonna understand. And in one of those videos, the same guy was saying, you got to use these affirmations maybe 100,000 times each and every day. And I was like, what? And that video had 1 million views, right? And I'm like, and most people are not getting results. Then I see one of his other videos, it has like 44,000 views. That's it. And when he was young, Bob Proctor, when he was young, and he was talking about the imagination, which is the gateway. And I'm like, oh snap. Then he goes in depth about it. Like, you got to use this. You got to. You can't just do things without using your mental faculties. That's the most important thing. Then when I go on his channel, he actually talks about Neville Goddard, yo. Like, he actually talks about Neville, like how Neville Goddard used the imagination to create reality for himself. And imagine the wish fulfilled. Like, imagine you already have it. Then you gotta hold it though. You gotta hold that image. You can't see it one time, then oh, that's it. And you gotta actually feel it. That's the trickiest part, actually. Actually, like, put yourself in that scene. Like, when you use that gift, actually act as if you already have it. I've done that, and I really felt it before. I was like, damn, this is crazy. Like, and now I've been consistent with it for like a week now. I haven't been like, because before, when I heard about the imagination, I was like, I was on and off. I wasn't really into it. But then as I kept going on and on, I'm like, damn, I'm seeing a small change, small, nothing big yet, because I haven't been on it that long. I've been on and off. But I can tell you, for sure, I have actually manifested with my imagination. If you go to my old videos, I talked about how I got a new washer machine and food, the specific food. I was just visualizing eating it and actually feeling it. Then the craziest thing happened. I went somewhere with my family. We ended up getting that food. And when I'm eating it, I'm like, wait a second. Oh, damn, I was just visualizing this like weeks ago. It's key. It's key. Now, the thing is, when it comes to your imagination too, Neville even says it. You can't look at things like this is bigger or this is smaller. Let's say like $1 million, something like that. You got to see them equal. And we as human beings, we see them as this is harder to obtain or this is easier to obtain. But in actuality, they're all the same. It's just how your belief around it. You got to change your belief pattern. Like, and that's when the repetition of those images come in. Aisha says, being consistent with affirmations can be tricky sometimes. I need to read up on Neville for the imagination though. I already know about how visualizing is important as well, but not in depth. Basically, damn, I can show you actually. I can really show you. Okay, check him out. Check out Neville Goddard. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. And let me know what you think. I wanna see your perspective on it. You see the thing about me, when I come on here, I don't tell people to agree with me. I share my perspective. That's what I do, my view. And if people disagree, I get excited too, because it can open up my mind. I'm not the type to say you're wrong or this or that. I like to see other people's point of view. So it would be good if you see it, and if you resonate, or if you don't, let me know why. That's what I like to do too, to see other people's perspective on this information too. But basically, I can really quick to explain it. This is your head, right? This is a circle. Put a line in the middle of your head. So there's a line. This is the line. You see there's a top and a bottom. The top is your conscious mind. The bottom, which I'm putting my thumb in, is your subconscious, right? So when you hold an image, it starts in your conscious mind. Now, if you hold that image, if you play that image over and over, it's gonna go into the subconscious mind, the bottom, the subconscious, and you're gonna start moving towards it and magnetizing the things that's necessary. But of course, you're still gonna have to go through challenges and obstacles. I tell people over and over, there's no way around it. You gotta go through challenges and obstacles to grow, because that's how it always works. In actuality, if you're new to something, you're gonna have to go through that, unfortunately. But look at it as a good thing, because once you get it, you're gonna be grateful, you're gonna be happy for it. But it's as simple as holding that image in your mind. As a matter of fact, read You Were Born Rich. Check that book out. You Were Born Rich. It will tell you more about the imagination. I'm telling you, I'm reading it now. It's crazy. I'm reading it now. I manifested the damn croissant the other day because I was visualizing thinking how good it is. And my dad came out. You see what I'm talking? That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. That same crap happened to me. Something like that happened to me with foods and stuff. But when I'm trying to visualize the bigger things that I considered bigger when they're not, I can't get it. It's because we've been programmed by society. Oh, it's so difficult. It's hard. In actuality, no, it's not hard. It's like, It's pretty simple. All you gotta do is change that, your perception around it, which I'm still doing. I'm not here to say I'm a professional. I'm still doing it, but yo, this is the gateway. Like, and they took that away from us in school. I'm like, how are you gonna take that away? I remember I got in trouble in school. I'm just sitting there, a boring ass class. I'm just sitting there, just daydreaming. Vershonc, pay attention. Stop daydreaming. Shame on you. And I'm like, it's crazy. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the image you hold, you have a conscious mind. Your conscious mind is your ego, like your five senses, and you have the ego where you feel like you're better than this person or this person worse than you because they this or they're that. That's all false identity. That's not real. That's an illusion. So that's the conscious mind. The conscious mind can't do nothing really. The conscious mind is only there for you to choose what thoughts to think. So you can choose right now, I am rich or I am poor. You can choose that. There's a choice. That's what your conscious mind is for. So if you're visualizing, you chose that image. You chose to put an image. And now you do it with repetition, it hits your subconscious and you end up somehow, some way obtaining it. It's deep. It's crazy. And as I told you, Neville Goddard, he doesn't talk about the challenges and the obstacles, but you're definitely gonna go through that because I watched Bob Proctor. He says the same thing. You're gonna go through challenges. There's no way around it. As a matter of fact, he even had a video saying, if you guys know how much I had to fail, you would probably cry. Like, you would cry for me looking at how bad I failed at certain things. You would be like, ouch. That's part of the process, but it's all perception. As I always say, it's how you see it. If you change your view on it, you're gonna go through the obstacles. It's an illusion. That itself is an illusion. It's like playing a sport. You can't play the first time and expect to be good as this other person that's been playing for 10 years every single day. Like, it's not gonna work. But if you picture it, you can do it. If you can even see it in your mind, that means you can have it. This is beautiful, man. Like, if you can see it in here, you can have it. But you gotta hold the image. That's it. Hold the image. Then don't let it go. What do you really want? You gotta really want something too. If you don't really want something, you're not gonna hold that image. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. So that's how you influence your subconscious at its best. Imagination. You can try subliminals and all that too. It works. It works. But imagination is the first step. That's the best way. Nothing beats it. Not all the successful people, they say that. Tony Robbins. This is it, man. Like, this is it. Like I said, if you picture in your mind, you can have it. That's facts. I want my croissant. Yo, Aisha, you're funny, man. She said, I want my croissant. Like, did I tell you I visualized pastries before, right? Then I ended up getting it a few days later. I was like, I'll be damned, bro. Like, because you see, the thing is too, since we have our ego, we think, man, that's a coincidence. That's bullcrap. But yo, that's not a coincidence. Trust me. Everything's vibration. So when you see that, when you picture that, you're sending off you know what's cool about it? When you visualize, right? You're sending off a frequency. You're putting yourself on that frequency. That's how it works. There's an infinite number of frequencies. That's why I say in actuality, people are not better than one another. We're all the same. And we're all spiritual beings. This is not us, dog. Like, this is not who we are. This is not me. I'm not this person with this hair. Just because I got this haircut, this is not me, though. I'm more than that. We're all more than this suit. Like, this is a suit. This is not us. We are spiritual beings. We are God's creation. We are a spiritual being moving, operating in a human vehicle. This is a human vehicle. That's what it is. So when you see someone, like, to even prove that to you, I can prove this to you right now. Take two short people, very short. Let's say two short men, right? This man is very confident on stage. He knows how to talk to people without feeling insecure with his height. This other man, he can't do that. He gets very insecure. It's the spiritual essence. That's the difference. It's the spiritual power within you. It has nothing to do with the way you look. You can look like whatever. If your mind is on point, if you have a good mentality, your thoughts are on point, it's done deal. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter. You can have one leg. It doesn't matter. This lady had 2 feet and she was cooking with her 2 feet with no arms. Spiritual being in a human body. That's it. That's all it is. You right. It's facts though. It's facts. Like, I don't know. I forgot her YouTube, but she had no arms, 2 feet, and she's cooking with her 2 feet. Tell me that, like, how else can you explain it? Like, it makes sense to me. Like, how are we this? How? It doesn't make sense. We could never, for real. I kind of wonder what happens after death too. Like, I really wonder what actually happens. They say energy can't be created or destroyed. You see, this is like, I don't get it. Like, this is the stuff people should really look in. This stuff is beautiful, man. Like, I can talk to someone about this all day. Like, it's like, but unfortunately, I can't do that because you see other people, they'll look and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Man, be quiet. This is boring. Then they want to listen to what? Some music or some music that's some garbage ass music and things like that. But it's all conditioning, I can't get mad at the people. It's because it's how society was formed. And I feel like they do that on purpose in a way. Like, they don't want you to know this type of stuff, like, to better yourself, to really better yourself. Have you watched the Egg Story? Nah, what the hell is that? What's the wait, that sounds familiar though. The Egg Story. Nah, I haven't watched it. But I'll look it up. You gotta explain the egg. Oh, I thought you meant green eggs and ham. 'Cause it's by Dr. Seuss. React to it. I got you. I would look into it. I have my computer right here. That's how I came with this right here, where it says, look, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. For you people that's not digesting this, listen one more time. You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. Buckminster Fuller. Like, really think about that. Really think about what does he mean by that? Stop trying to force things. Stop doing that. Instead, picture what you want, feel it, and move along your day and keep going. Hold the images that you want. But now, another thing they said too, most of us, we do it on a subconscious level too. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I remember once I was just chilling, doing whatever, just on my phone. Then I went to get up to get food, right? I just realized, wait a second, I stopped myself. I'm like, holy shit. I just put that image in my mind and it just triggered me to go get food. Then I'm like, I really pictured that. And I'm like, damn, I didn't even know that. So what does that mean? That means everything we're doing, it had to first be a picture in here. It was a picture. And if you can control the pictures in here, you can change your life. But it's not easy to do. It's it's not easy. It's not. It's definitely not easy because you're already programmed. Something's in my eye. You're already programmed, so it's a challenge. It's mind-blowing. It's crazy. Try it out. Aisha, try it out. I want you to do that. Like, one day when you catch yourself doing something, stop for a second and be like, wait a second. Did I just picture that in my mind first? Yes, that's how it is. This is beautiful, man. Aisha, read You Were Born Rich. Read that. It'll tell you more about the imagination. As a matter of fact, I'll send it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. I want you to read it. I feel like it can really help you out. It can really help you. You were born rich. And basically, that's what the book says. You were born rich. We're all supposed to be having more than enough, but based off how society is ran, it's all corrupt. Like, it's all messed up. It's not how it's supposed to. That's why there shouldn't be homeless people. It shouldn't be like that. That's not our essence. Like, what's the word? At our core, we're actually rich inside. We are actually rich, but whoever they are, I don't know who's they, but people in the old times, I guess they programmed a lot of people to be poor or not have more than enough, to suffer. And now what I'm doing is I'm doing the best I can to not, I don't want to be in that rat race. Hell, I really don't, and I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna do whatever it takes for me to build my dream how I want it to be built. I'm not gonna let it happen. I don't want to be in that rat race. I don't want to be part of the 99%. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm like, damn, it's so true. Why is it that 99% of people are doing the same thing, but barely 1%, 2%, they're doing what everyone should be doing, like to make themselves have more than enough of what they need. But that's the world we live in, and it is what it is. Einstein, one of my favorite geniuses too. There's a reason why he said imagination's more important than knowledge. You know, I used to look at him crazy. I used to look at that like, wait a second, what are you talking about? Like, the old times, I'm like, that makes no sense, bro. Like, what do you, imagination more important than knowledge? What do you mean? Then I'm like, oh, I was starting to see the bigger picture. It is because in school, they dumped a bunch of information in your conscious mind, not the subconscious. That's why people leave out of school. They don't know what the hell they want to do with their lives, man. Like, because they get all this information, but they don't even know what to do. They don't even know how to utilize it. They don't know how to apply it. And Einstein's saying that's because your imagination roots in the subconscious. And if you, that's why it's more important than knowledge. Because if you can do that, like if you can like control your imagination, you control reality, you control the frequency, and it's the hardest thing to do, believe it or not. Most people don't have the patience to sit there and actually try to feel themselves to have the things that they want. That's not easy, and I can attest to that. Me, I've tried it. I try to be consistent. There's days I'm like, man, hell no, I don't feel like doing it. Like, this is not gonna work. Like, it's not easy. In fact, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Taking action for what the things that I want, it's actually way easier than actually trying to picture what I want. It takes a lot more energy for me to do that, and that's how it is for me. That's how I feel. But I made a commitment. Like, I'm really gonna apply this. I'm gonna like really push and picture, like hold the image, hold it, and everything will fall into place. I know there's gonna be moments. I don't want to really spoil that book, but in You Were Born Rich, in the book, it says, that's how I made that video where it says, having faith and trusting the process, right? In that book, it's saying how you're gonna basically, you hold that image, but it's gonna come a point where you feel like you're going backwards. You feel like you're going the complete opposite direction of where you're supposed to go. But in reality, you are actually moving in the right direction. You can't be deceived by the physical. Neville Goddard says that. You can't be deceived by what you see on the outside. The outside is an expression of within. If you keep reacting to external circumstances all the time, you have no power. You're always giving your power away to something outside of you when it's in you. It's in you. You are the cause of everything that's happened in your life. I mean, some things happen that's out of your control, like people that do messed up stuff, but the results, you're in control of that. It's on you. And people play victim. You can't play the victim. It's not, you're giving your power away. Stop reacting and start observing. Start watching. Observe. It's deep. It's deep. It's powerful stuff, man. And 3 people in here that's hearing this, I'm glad you were able to catch on this, because this can really help. Like, it can change your life. Like, it can change our lives, period. But yeah, check out You Were Born Rich. You might go backwards, but don't get tricked by your ego. That's your ego. The ego is annoying as hell. The ego is always there to tell you, what if this goes wrong? Or what if it didn't even happen yet? Shut the hell up. It didn't even happen yet. That's your ego. You got to tell your ego, just shut up. Shut up. And use your ego. Say, you know what? I'm going to use you to put an image in my mind that I want. Make your ego your partner, not your enemy. Your ego is always going to just background inside of your head saying, but what if that happens? But oh, now you're gonna fail. Like, just be quiet. Like that's how like the ego is annoying. And did you know that's what's actually stopping everyone from getting what they want? The ego. It's the ego that's doing it. That's what stops you. Because your ego makes you quit. It makes you say, oh, it's not gonna work. Oh no, it's not working. Like your ego's messed up, man. You gotta control it. That's what makes you feel like this person is not good enough, etc. All that is your ego. You see how messed up the ego can be? The ego can be dangerous. Very dangerous. It puts a lot of crap in your head that's not even true. The future is not even here yet. The present moment, that's all that matters. The past is done. The future isn't. When you worry about the future, that's not really you. That's your false identity. That's not who you really are. That's your ego. It's there to just protect your ass. Protect your ass. Shut the hell up. Yo, Aisha, you funny, man. You are born rich. Oh yeah, you said that already. But that's what, like, for real though. Like real stuff. Your ego is what's stopping all of our blessings. Our ego. That's what it is. It's nothing else. That's what it is. Your conscious mind. Your five senses. You see these two eyes we have? Or if you have one, I don't know. Or if you have none. But if you have eyes, if you see what's in front of you, that's not real. None of this is real. That's not true. Your eyes are really seeing what? I don't even think your eyes see 1% of the reality of what is actually there. That's insane, man. Like everything, let me show you. Like this right here, this is not real. Like this is vibrating. This is just an energetic. This is on a frequency. And that's why if you think about it long enough, you hold that image, you're gonna attract this bottle of water. You're gonna attract that water. Anything you picture in your mind, hold it. But a lot of things play into that. Your belief system. If you believe it's hard to obtain, it's gonna take a while for you to get that into your life. Like for most people, let's say you visualize a Lamborghini, most likely you're gonna have a lot of resistance because it's like you've been programmed already. Like it's difficult, it's hard, and it's, you know, like it sucks. But thanks to you, I think I would try and challenge myself this week to take time out before bed and she said use my imagination. She said use my. No, like, yeah, you should try. Oh, you know, shit. Thanks for reminding me. Like, okay, that was smart. I like how you mentioned that. You see, the best time you want to use your imagination before bed and right as soon as you wake up. Do you know, like when I wake up, before I even open my eyes, these two eyes, I picture what I want. I start doing that now. Like I said, I haven't been consistent though. Now I'm doing the best I can. I am going to be consistent. Before I open my two eyes, I imagine, because your ego is not really there yet, that voice, that chatter. So your mind is clear, you're in theta state. Before bed and right after is the best time to use your imagination. You can influence the subconscious. Like it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If you do it before bed and as soon as you wake up, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's harder to do it when you're consciously awake. It's harder, but do it before bed or as soon as you wake up. And you should be straight. You should be good to go. You should be good, man. That's how you start off a beautiful day. You want to start off a good day? Before you get off your bed, just picture for a second how you want your life to be, and then get up and go on with your day. And stay positive, have a good attitude, and whatever challenges come your way, face that shit, man. I don't care, like, YouTube, I'm sorry, but I had to say it how it is. If challenges come your way, you gotta face that shit and just take it, like, face it. Just go through it. It's okay. Take the risk. Like me now, I've been taking risk, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been taking a lot of L's lately. Like, things been looking pretty rough, man. Like, it's pretty bad. I'm like, let me take this risk, and I'm like, oh my God, man. I'm like, damn. But you gotta take risks. You can't play it safe 24/7. There's no time to keep playing it safe. It hurts, don't get me wrong, it hurts me emotionally, but I'm like, damn. But I know I had to do it. I had to, now I know. Now I know better. Now I know how to manage my risk and how to be smarter with my mistakes that I make. But it's really like that. I take a risk, I'm like, Vershonc, do it. Then I'm like, all right, I do it. When it backfires, I'm like, shit, it hurts. But it's worth it. Don't don't have fear, man. Like, guys, don't have fear. I know it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, it's easy, just face your fear. No, it's challenging. It really is. Like, I'm gonna be really honest. It's not easy. If it was easy, I'm pretty sure everyone would be where they want to be right now. But facing your fears is really challenging. And that's again your freaking ego telling you things that's not even real. You don't even know. You're already picturing, oh, this might happen. Anxiety. Because what you call your ego is putting fear in you. Taking risks are uncomfortable. They're very uncomfortable. Trust me on that. I believe I can attest to that. But at least you learn something. Yeah, like, guys, the only time you should be really disappointed is if you quit. If you say, oh, I'm done, I quit, you should be very disappointed. Like, you're better than that. You're better than that. You shouldn't quit. But if you lose or you make a dumb mistake, don't beat yourself up. Don't beat yourself up. Because you are bold if you're doing it over, if you're trying again. If you're doing it again and again, you're bold. I would respect someone. If someone took so many losses, they still didn't take their win yet, but they keep going, I would have high respect for that person, despite whether or not you won yet, because it shows a lot of power that you have inside of yourself. Most people would quit and say, nah, it's not working. Let me just quit. Cowards quit. I think that's very, a coward does that. Or if you quit, there's two ways I see this. You're a coward, or two, you really didn't want it in the first place. You just wanted it just because you didn't really care for it. That's how I see it. That's the only ways that make sense to me. You gotta face the fears. Don't be afraid, man. It's not easy though. I'm not gonna tell you, oh, it's easy. But guess what? As you apply your imagination, the mental faculties, that's what they're there for, to help you go past your fears. When time comes, you're gonna go straight through it. You're gonna kill it. You're just gonna get it. You're gonna get what you want. Then you'll look back and be like, damn, I did that. I'm really proud of myself. That's how you wanna be, guys. Like, face the fear. Face the fear. Fear, it's not real. It's not. Your mind tricks you to believe, oh shit, this is real. It's not real though. It's fake. It's not. So don't buy into that. Don't do it. Really do your best to fight, because if you don't, you're gonna stay stuck where you're gonna stay stuck in the same spot where you really don't want to be. Like you don't want that. So do your best to fight. It's a battle, man. It's a battle. A battle of the Matrix. A battle of the Matrix. What is the Matrix? I don't even know what to say about that. People have so many terms about it, the Matrix. But this is the key, guys. What else? Yeah, that's how Neville Goddard says it. Imagine a wish fulfilled and you're straight. You're good to go. Like, it's a wrap. It's done. So once you do that, finito. You can just move on with your day and you're straight. Then don't stop fighting. Stop fighting against your current circumstances. What I learned is that you gotta look at it, like accept it for what it is, and be like acknowledge it, like saying, okay, this is it. I'm not saying accept it in a sense where you just, oh, I'm just gonna accept it and that's it. No, I mean just accept it as in, okay, this is it. And now focus on what you do want instead. Don't fight against it though. Don't try to force it. Oh my God, let me change as fast as I can. It's either gonna get worse, or you're just gonna make yourself drained, tired, and very mad. Like, go with the flow. I've really seen those people in my life, like, and I'm glad I did. They motivate me, they inspire me. I used to be like, why is this person never stressed? Like, how you do it? I even have a family member like that, but they claim, oh, Vershonc, I do stress. It's just, I don't let it, it's just that I don't express it. I'm like, yeah, right. Like, I've seen people, right? And I'm like, how do you never stress when you're in this bad situation? How you just stay calm and collective? How you do it? Then they're just like, I don't know. I hope for the best. I know things gonna work out. And I'm like, I like that. I gotta try it out. Till this day, I still end up, till this day, I end up stressing. I'm like, oh my God, no, 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 this shit can't happen. But you see other people and they're like, like back in high school days, right? I was a, I was like, my grades were always on par. Like I always wanted good grades. I was so programmed thinking that grades are gonna save my life. Like then I'll be okay. I'll be the most successful person on the planet if I have all A's and hit this university. That I was programmed. I was brainwashed until I saw the truth. But when I was brainwashed, right, I would be like, when I see like an F or something, I'm like, damn, man, no, no, this can't happen. I would even go to the teacher and I'm like, bro, can you really help me out? Like, help me out. Like, I would panic. Then you see this person over here, they failed. They're like, hey, man, it is what it is. Next day, feeling grateful the next day, feeling optimistic, looking forward to what beauty there is in the future and the present moment. They're focusing on the now. And I'm like, how do they do it? Then I'm starting to see it's the mindset that you have. It's like, man, now that I look back, I'm like, why did I stress so much over stuff that didn't really matter? Like, man. But I'm glad I went through it because it's a journey, guys. Like everyone's journey is different. It's an experience. And that's the beauty of it all. Everyone have their own unique experience. So you can tell people like, man, yeah, I used to stress, but now I'm collective. You know, everyone has their things that they went through that made them who they become. Like, and honestly, I feel like everyone is have some unique gift and they're beautiful in their own way. Like that's not just me saying that. I really mean that because I feel like at the end of the day, we all have something that's sharp that we have about ourselves that we can put out there and like show people, but we block that. We block that from ourselves from happening. So we cause separation and we feel like this person's not good enough. I feel like even the person that, as crazy as it sounds, even the evil person, good and bad, which was made up bullcrap. So the person that's killing and stuff, even that person, I feel like they have a gift and a talent inside, but due to their upbringing and things they've been through, they ended up going down the wrong road, you know, and it's unfortunate, but it's true. Like it's just the way it is. But yeah, imagination, guys. Use your mental faculties. This is how. And then because I used to ask myself, does he keep saying that this is what separates you from the rest of the animal kingdom? We're the only one that's disoriented from our environment. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm so confused. And I'm like, oh, it's the imagination. That's what you're talking about. And it took me a while to grasp that. And I forgot, you need the will. What is the will? The will is you holding that picture, like holding the image. Don't let it go, which is not easy. That's challenging to hold the image. Like, I'm telling you, the imagination, it's harder to do that than actually taking the action. It's harder, actually. Like, some days I'm like, I'm not gonna do this, man. But now I said, you know what? Vershonc, push. Really do it, man. Push. And now, slowly, I'm seeing the results. Slowly. Nothing big. It's a process. But yeah, man. That's it, guys. I'm glad for the people that came. I'm glad for people that were here to listen to this because this is powerful. Like, this can really help you out. Because I'm like, dang, I really want to share more of it. So that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. I might get off now. But yeah, start visualizing. And like I said, you people are the only people I can come to share this information with, because other people, they're not into this stuff, man. Society don't care. They don't care about it, man. It's like whatever. But man, yeah, that's it, guys. If you guys have anything to say, comments, questions, input, as a matter of fact, before I leave, I want to say this. What do you guys think about that? About fighting your existing reality? Do you feel like you should force things to happen, like force it, fight against it, or you feel like you should go within yourself, use your faculties, imagine, affirm it, act as if you already have it? What do you guys think about that? I really want to see your perspective because I didn't come here just to talk and share my view. I want to see other people's view too. So if you can say something and let me know what you think, I would really like to hear it. Like, I would really, really like to hear it. Hear it. So what do you guys think about that? Because me personally, that's how I see it. I see it like you gotta go within first, then an outside change, not the other way around. How we've been trained to go outside first to then see results doesn't make sense. But I mean, if no one has anything to say, I guess that's it. Guess I'm just gonna wait. But yeah. I'm sorry guys if I spoke too much. Like, I'm sorry if I've been rambling on and on. And I know I've been talking like crazy, but I really wanted to talk about this. Been wondering the same thing for a minute. Meme why? What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean you've been wondering the same thing for a minute? What are you talking about? You mean going within, or what do you like? Elaborate. Elaborate on it for me. What do you mean? I love this stuff, man. I love this stuff, man. It's beautiful information. Sure, meanwhile, for real, like I really feel you. Like, I would really ask myself that, but it makes so much sense to me. Like, going inside first, it makes so much sense. Like, you go in here, then on the outside will begin to shape it. So it will begin to shift. It will begin to change. And I feel like we've been trained to always react. Like, meanwhile, I feel like we are always trained to react to the external situation and try to force it and fix it that way. And you see many people doing that, but nothing's changing though. That's the crazy part. You know, I never came across someone in my life that told me, "Hey, Vershonc, how about you take time out, sit by yourself, sit down, go within yourself. How about that?" I never had that happen to me. I was always taught to react. As soon as something bad happens, react to it and try to fix it fast. That's how I've always been trained. And I know from seeing your question, I can tell you've probably been trained the same way. Caught the end of this life, but what you said was incredible, really positive stuff. Yeah, you can go back. You can go back to the beginning as when I uploaded. But what I'm saying is, when you go within, all I'm saying was your imagination is going within yourself, picturing what you want because your subconscious get influenced. It doesn't know the difference between the two, between your imagination and what's real. It doesn't know the difference. So when you start picturing what you want, you are influencing the subconscious. And when you influence the subconscious, your reality will begin to change. And this is what I'm working on now, like consistently though. I've been knew this information, I've been applying it, but I haven't been consistent. Like, I've been on and off. You really just flow when you start talking about deep stuff. It's good type of ramble. Aisha, I appreciate it. Aisha, I wanna ask you though, like, what do you think, Aisha? Do you feel like do you feel like going within first or going outside first? How we've been trained, going outside first to make things happen. How do you see it? I already explained how I see it. Meme Y was questioning, like, I like how Meme Y actually questioned that because I know, like, I feel like, am I tripping? Like, am I the only one that's like asking myself this question? But as I study this every day, I'm starting to see the bigger picture. I'm like, wait a second. Maybe we're going backwards. Like, we're not moving how we're actually supposed to. Like, let me see what Memoir said. Hold up. For real, been struggling with that for a good amount of time. Do you have any other videos you can put me on visual? Meanwhile, I got you. Look, meanwhile, here. I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. Because now I'm grateful to have this opportunity, man, to just, or I don't know if you're a guy. I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. Look, I'm grateful to have this chance to share with you. Look, meanwhile, check out You Were Born Rich, okay? The book, You Were Born Rich by Bob Proctor, okay? Check him out. Neville Goddard, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Neville Goddard, check him out. In fact, go on YouTube and watch Neville Goddard, his lectures. He has lectures, like audio. He has audio. He sounds so ancient, man. He sounds so old. Like, the way he speaks, it's so like, how can I say it? You're speaking from someone from the early 1900s or something. They're like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, you can tell it's old. Check out Neville Goddard, okay? Check him out. Who else? I feel like everyone knows Abraham Hicks. It's like, and it's not helping too much. It helps, but it doesn't give an explanation like Neville Goddard. Joseph, oh, Aisha, I'm gonna put you on. I mean, Aisha, you probably know this book already. Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Now, Joseph Murphy was religious. Meanwhile, check him out. Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. Joseph Murphy's good. Like, I was reading the book the other day, and I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Then Joseph Murphy, right, in the summary, it was saying, like, the power of your subconscious. It was saying how changing your thought, he said, okay, in the book, right, he said, changing your thought is the action, like putting the images. I'm like, wait, stop. I still find it so hard to accept. I'm like, wait, what? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, that can't be. Like, that doesn't make sense. Then I'm thinking about it more. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna try it out. Let me follow Joseph Murphy. Neville God. Let me see what they say. Changing your thought, either physical. Changing your thought is, yes. Aisha, I can tell you read the book. Joseph Murphy. Changing your thought is the physical act. Yes, that's what it was. That's what Joseph Murphy said. I'm just like, damn, what? And I'm like, when I read that, it took it took a minute for me to like sink that in my mind. I'm just like, wait, what? God damn. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I'm just like, wow, bro. Oh, well, Aisha, you said the exact quote though. Like, what the hell? You didn't even read it. And you said the exact quote. It says, hey, yeah, I'm a guy. We'll check these out. I was really pushing forward this visualized meditation, spiritual stuff, and then I had opinions, and I was overcoming with fear. And so I know what you mean completely. Yeah, that being said too, like, don't get me wrong, guys, you're gonna come across like a point in time, right, where people are gonna force you to do things. You're gonna have to be forced to take action and stuff like that. Just do what you gotta do. I'm not saying just sit on your ass. I don't encourage that. I'm not an advocate for that. But do what you gotta do in your day-to-day life, but tie that in with your imagination as well. Put that in. Like me, I still gotta study. As a matter of fact, after this stream, I gotta study for my classes. I gotta I'm studying like sociology and stuff like that. I gotta read this book, but I'm gonna encourage you, like, see what I'm doing. I'm still studying. I'm still doing what I gotta do, but at the same time, tie these techniques in and see what happens. That's what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to do, like, you know, working in this world, how this physical, this reaction-based world that we live in, but at the same time, I'm trying to use the power within. So I encourage you, try that out. And yeah, I put you guys on some good books. You Were Born Rich, Bob Proctor, Joseph Murphy, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. That book right there is fire. I'm like, damn. I think that's one of my favorite books. What's the other one? Money and the Law of Attraction by I think by Abraham Hicks, Money and the Law of Attraction, and The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. Check those out. Them things beautiful. That's one of my favorite books, man. For sure, been doing my studying, all of that. Just gotta learn how to balance the both, like you said. Yeah, for real, man. You really do. You really gotta balance it out. But as you do it, you should see results. And I want you guys, let me know. Like, please let me know if you see changes, if you see results. Let me know. I don't know if you have me on Instagram, Vershonc.Charles. If you go to my other videos, you'll see my Instagram in the description. I know Aisha is on my Instagram, but meanwhile, if you have Instagram, if you do these techniques, you read the book, if you have results, let me know. Because if I have results, I'll let you know too. Because that's gonna push us. That's gonna motivate us to keep going. That's gonna like, it gives you encouragement. You get me? Like, it's gonna give you that faith to keep pushing. Like, don't give up because I did it. You know, use it as motivation. So let me know. I gotta go now. It's 4 a.m. UK time. I'm dead, but this was a great live. Big brain shit. LOL. Imagination is key. Yes, Aisha, it was good to have Aisha. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Like, it means a lot that you came here. Like, I'm really happy to see you. Doesn't help with the whole lockdown thing, but then again, it's the reason I had this awakening in the first place. Facts. Facts. But I'm gonna let you guys go. I gotta study anyway, man. I gotta start studying, and tomorrow I have a family event, stuff like that. And yeah, that's it, guys. I'll let you guys go. Take care. Have a good night, good day, whatever time it is. Meanwhile, I'll catch you, man. I'll catch you, Aisha. I'll catch you, and thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Peace out. Peace out. Take care of yourselves, man. I love you guys. It's peace.